Welcome to this VPT24 training program. This introduction explains the various individual elements of the Schedule at a Glance LCD. The top half of the LCD clock represents daytime, and the bottom half represents nighttime. The clock face is divided into 24 segments, one for each hour of the day. The current hour is represented by the blinking segment. The sun icon is the day indicator, which will be lit from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The solid black segments represent events that have been scheduled for the day. An event starts when the timer turns the lights on and ends when it turns the lights off. The clock icon, when lit, means that the timer is controlling turning the lights on and off based on its programmed schedule. A blinking clock icon means that the timer has been set to temporary override on. That is, the lights were manually turned on via the timer. This icon means that the timer has been set to permanent override on. That is, the lights were manually turned on via the timer and will stay on until the override is removed. This icon means that the timer has been set to temporary override off. That is, the lights were manually turned off via the timer. This icon means that the timer has been set to permanent override off. That is, the lights were manually turned off via the timer and will stay off until the override is removed. The moon icon is the nighttime indicator, which will be lit from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. The current day of the week is lit below the time. Note that the current day is Friday and that we are in the 11 p.m. hour. It is now Saturday, the next day, and the timer schedule indicates the events for this new day. When programming the timer, the trash can illuminates when you are at the option to delete a scheduled event. The battery icon indicates the approximate remaining battery charge. When programming the timer, the sun up and/or sundown icons are displayed when choosing to use the astronomical clock to control the lights at sunrise and/or sunset. When programming the astronomical clock, you may specify an offset, which modifies the actual sunrise or sunset time. If programmed, DST will illuminate during periods of daylight savings time. There are 4 timer modes, which are listed at the bottom of the display. The first is abbreviated PRG, which will illuminate when you are in programming mode. CLK will illuminate when you are setting the timer's real-time clock. RND will illuminate when selecting whether to randomize all scheduled timer on and off times. The sun icon will illuminate when programming the latitude and longitude for the timer's astronomical clock.